Welcome back. It's been a few days. I definitely didn't record enough videos or even space them out to cover the period I was away from my computer, but that's fine. We're back. We already have a glory reward for week 3, I think it was. We'll see what this is. Probably not very good. 50 fate. That's it's always good. Grenade is terrible. That's not worthwhile. And that's not worthwhile either. Alright. So we got some trash, but it's fine. We got a few challenges as well, it seems. 5 villain enemies without dying. 2 purge missions in a row within 30 minutes. 3 missions in a row without using belt or armor skills, which will be difficult. Kill 10 champions within 2 minutes, at least 4 levels higher. And 3 missions in a row without dying. Should be quite simple. I had no fucking clue what we were doing. I'm sure it was good. I feel like I was going to do something, but naturally didn't leave a note. I suppose we'll continue with the main plot for now. We will land on the Martyr. Let's head on over. Background's a little different this time. We're in a different place. To get me back into the swing of things, I'm not even sure what my abilities are. I'll drop down to extreme just temporarily. And once I'm familiar with all my controls again, we'll jump back up. So with the help of Uther's Tarot, an ancient and mysterious relic from the past, I've managed to find the Martyr again. My primary goal is to find Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim, and this time I have no intention of losing another landing craft. Very interesting setup we have here inside the Martyr. Come on, you can make it. Let's go.
Requesting immediate status update, Inquisitor.
The turrets didn't open fire this time. Your binary litany has worked.
Obviously. My calculations predicted a remarkable 91.43% chance of your survival.
I'm rather pleased you didn't mention this before.
Now you will need to access the teleport beacon network.
Wait, I have incoming hostiles. I'll take care of this first. At your command.
Alright. Seems like we're starting off with a defense mission. So let's do that. Grab Bless. I want to keep at least some of these mines. I feel like this was a bad map to drop everything down. Seems pretty easy. Being said, I've now realized that I do have other abilities and should definitely switch over to them. Let's get those. I have... is it 2? It is 2. Fantastic. Try to keep our shield if we can. There's a way to sort of tell you guys to stand back. I'd very much rather you stand back. They'll take a little bit of fire for me. Hopefully. He won't. Oh, there he goes. I feel like we're not doing too bad, but this could be better. Oh yeah, this could be better. Is it 1 right click? Yep. You're all standing back. Grab this tarantula. We actually have 2 of these, which is fantastic. Drop one here. And we'll drop one here. We'll grab this bless. Wave 2 is incoming. I'll pop this now. Oh, it didn't stun everyone, but it's fine. Drop a few of these. That void pillar did some good stuff for us. Very pleased with that. Really only need a couple of those, not too many. That being said, getting a little bit overrun here. I don't know who that was. He must have died. We've lost both of our turrets, it seems. It's alright. We're only defending the dropship that's sitting at the back, so not really a problem. Good thing those things do fire damage over time, because we managed to kill one of those brutes simply with internal combustion. We are hurting a little bit. Let's get this. This should be the end. We've got a warlock. Actually, another warlock. Not a issue.
Captain, I've cleared the area, but the rest of the hangar is still crawling with mutants. I can't leave the transport here undefended.
Do you want me to order it back?
Not yet. I might need it in case the tech priest's plan doesn't work out. I'll purge the area first.
Works for me. Alright. So, we're going to exterminate everything else on the map. Let's grab some stuff. It's possible these guys might be able to follow us. That would be ideal if they could. Don't suppose... No, it doesn't look like I can take them off those positions. That's fine, we don't need it. Bless. Bless only lasts for 10 seconds, it's kind of pointless, but... We'll take it. This is fiery form, it is. Sort of know what I'm doing now. This particular map layout reminds me of a map in Deathwing. It's one of the first maps. It sort of feels the same. Don't mind Deathwing, definitely wouldn't play it for this channel. It's definitely a game that... Ooh. A game that benefits from its co-op feature.
This is Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim speaking. I trust that you can hear me, but my current circumstances are not ideal for transmissions. I don't know who you are. I don't even know what you look like, so don't take this personally. But you are an Inquisitor, that much I gathered from the snippets of your Vox signal on the Inquisitorial channels. I must command you to leave the Martyr immediately. You have stumbled upon an investigation that has been sanctioned by the Caligari Conclave, and which might have a huge impact on Holy Terror. Your presence here might lead to unnecessary complications. Leave now, and may the Emperor be with you.
I guess we have nothing to say in response to that. That's interesting. Lord Klosterheim definitely is here. God, that's so effective. However, he does not want us here. For reasons quite frankly, unknown. There are enemies over here you might notice. This mission isn't a short one. We're heading up here to clear out the remaining forces, including this reborn War Master who's standing off in the distance here. Do what we can to take him out, but we are getting shot. That does hurt, as you would imagine. There it goes. Remarkably effective, that skill combination there. It's a very, very good, what do you call it? Called a synergy. I think that's what they normally
Who are you to stand against me?
say. Is that a fucking line?
Inquisitor, you can proceed with your priority assignment. According to my analysis, you have eliminated 78.65% of the local hostile forces. The automatic defenses of your transport can easily handle the rest if needed.
So you had an idea of the teleport beacons?
Correct. You need to find a functioning cogitator and access the teleport beacon map of the deck. Your chances of thoroughly exploring a fortress monastery this size are minuscule. You need to be able to avoid traveling long distances on foot.
And it... Now, where was I?
Take care of that before we get in trouble. I'm not sure what triggered that. But yep, we have another mission. Our original mission we have to take care of first.
Die, heretic!
The only things that will really stand in our way will be these warlocks and those larger mutants. Everyone else, not so much. I'll definitely be buffing up the difficulty to, I think it's impossible difficulty next time, because this is a little too easy. Especially with our weapons. Possibly might do some crafting next episode. Or even, yeah, I might just tack it on to the end of this one. The audio leveling feels a bit off for some reason. I have streamed recently. I used OBS as opposed to the Radiant Relive that I use now for local recording. I may end up switching over to OBS at some point. It seemed pretty easy to use, but I have a tendency to fuck up my audio tracks to the point where I only have one audio track, and I don't like that because my leveling skills are pretty shit. We'll see how we go. Let's grab this. Pretty reasonable chunk of change out of that. Not too bad. I haven't found any of those long rectangular chests.
I am humbled by your dedication, and I admire your decision.
Inquisitor, what happened?
A flash of things to come? Or a memory of things that never happened? The Martyr is clearly the nexus of the seething tides of the warp, which might affect a sensitive mind.
With all due respect, you should return to the ship.
Such powerful visions are gifts from the God Emperor. It can't be related to this festering blight of the Martyr.
Allow me to interrupt, Inquisitor. You simply cannot know that. However, I am an expert on toxins and plagues. It is time you properly utilize my capabilities. I will examine you the moment you return.
Alright. Very interesting tidbits there. We had a flash of something, someone who we've never met before. Certainly didn't look like Klosterheim. We shall see. Our objective is in the opposite direction. We'll explore a little bit more. Ideally, I'd like to get a hold of a few more relics. The ones we have are quite powerful, all things considered, though I would prefer some different relics. Suddenly plague-ridden. There's another one. Might have something to do with our warp there, but don't know. You guys almost survived that. Almost. A warp pillar coming in our time of need. Except not really. Grab fiery form again. I'm going to consistently forget to turn that on. Let's be careful here. Not that we can fall off, but let's pretend that we can. Another chest down here. Grab this. Those pillars can take care of everything for us. Except not really, apparently. That might explode. Let's be a little bit more careful. I didn't know what was in that chest, by the way. I wasn't really paying attention. Alright. There does not appear to be anything of worth or merit over there, which is surprising, though I'm going to check it out. If you don't believe there's anything over there, skip about 30 seconds ahead and watch as I complain, or you can join me on a wondrous adventure to a boss. Well, those guys are probably going to see it because it'll take me longer than 30 seconds to clear this out. It is another one of those War Masters. Let's actually take cover here. Never mind. Alright. And yes, we got a nice big chest at the end. Was it worth it? No. But it's the adventure that counts. Let's head over to the Cogitator Station, activate these teleport beacons, and we will get off the ship very temporarily before we come back. Interesting lighting effects down there. Actually didn't hit everyone. Doesn't matter. Something on the opposite side here. I was horribly mistaken. There is nothing. What's on here?
I found the cogitator. What now?
Listen to me carefully. Chant with me the sacred numeric key and type in the sequence. You'll gain access to the locations of all teleport beacons on this deck.
Alright. We're back home with seemingly one more level in our pocket. We're pretty close to level 40 now. Level 39 gets us an inoculator component, red, but removes all debuff effects on use. That would be good if we had an inoculator that wasn't a single red component. We also have done, I thought we already did this, but it's fine. We made them suffer, and we have access to the shock tactics. Let's talk to Metrodora.
You have the results of my physical checkup. Do you know what could have caused that strange episode?
Let me be very clear. Even a genius like me can't work miracles with inferior equipment like what you have on this ship. Still, your test results don't indicate that you suffer from any maladies that could have caused your symptoms. I have detected some interesting anomalies, though.
What are you talking about?
Very precise microscopic surgical marks on your brain. Traces of an old mind-cleansing process.
I'm an Inquisitor. We carry the burden of terrible truths and secrets that sometimes even we are not allowed to keep for long. Of course I've been mind-scrubbed before. And I'm certain that I should praise the Emperor that I was freed from dangerous memories. Could that be the cause of the symptoms?
Normally, no. But you have only recently been experimenting with a unique psychic artifact. There is no data about this Uther's tarot. Fact, you risked using the deck, and now you have had an extraordinary psychic experience.
I admit, it's a strange coincidence.
The plot thickens. So, no one else to talk to on the ship. Let us, firstly, check our equipment. Shouldn't be anything in here that is worthwhile. Not at the moment, anyway. That isn't too bad, all things considered. Let's have a look. Okay, that's not as good as what we have. Nor is that. Nor is that. Or that. All this blue stuff is pretty much worthless for us. Loot quantity isn't too fantastic. Loot quality is... we lose some experience, and we lose 10% damage bonus for single target skills, which a lot of our skills are. We won't be taking that either. We will sell all this. I do have quite a few components. The cash will probably end up helping us a little bit. Destruction amplification could be very, very useful for us in some missions. However, yeah, the 75 fate is not too easy to stumble upon. We have access to a blueprint for an inoculator, grav pistol, deflector shield, remote mine, and personal teleporter. The inoculator is really the only one that's worth even considering, and that is if we don't already have one. We can also buy an Omega pack if we feel like it. We won't be doing that.
I have the map of the local teleport beacon network. What now?
The teleportarium requires exact coordinates. You must know Lord Klosterheim's location, and your chances to find him on the Martyr on your own are approximately 0.
This sounds very reassuring so far.
The analytical recitations show only one swift solution. I must warn you that the suggestion itself could be a breach of several Adeptus Mechanicus protocols.
You must seek an audience with the Great Presence controlling the sensory systems on the Martyr. You need to talk to the machine spirit.
How? I'm not familiar with the process.
First you locate a mainframe cogitator. Then I will provide instructions.
We have a task. And a new mission. What do you have? I think first things first, we will look to our tech tree. See if we can afford anything. We certainly can. We've got a lot of credits, but we're pretty fate poor at the moment. Rerolling each of the individual enchantments wouldn't be too bad. Rerolling the numeric values of base attributes, again, not too bad. A successful salvage could be good. We have a reasonable number of components at the moment. Probably won't bother. Fusioning sockets. There's some good stuff in there. However, we will take optimization for now, and we might save up on the Canticles of Perfection. We'll leave the forging tab for another time. We don't have a lot of stuff. I already have access to the inoculator. Pretty much no point buying one. As you might see, there are red things. Unfortunately, in my experience, getting multiple purple blueprints doesn't allow you to level up your blueprints. I'm actually not certain how you do that. But purple is not too bad, I suppose. Based on what we have, we could try Warp-Bound Armor, Psychic Focus, Purity Seal, or Eye Implant. Those are the things we can do. Warp-Bound Armor, Purity Seal, and Eye Implant. We might do one of each, see how we go. We're just going to claim these. We completed something apparently. I'll grab some Warp-Bound Armor. I might grab another Warp-Bound Armor, because that's always fun. We can do one more thing. Let's grab one of those. And we can do an eye implant. Strangely enough, Blessed Alloy is what we're running out of. Let's have a look. So, let's actually sort. Warp-Bound Armor. Most of these will be better in stats, but not in the random attributes at the bottom. We lose out on loot quality, but gain 11% in experience. A bit more damage protection, movement speed when surrounded. It's not too good. Suppression damage reduction could be pretty decent as well. Extra warp heat, 20 whole warp heat, 173 suppression, and 16 loot quality. We lose out on quantity and some resistances. The resistances on our armor are actually pretty good. These, not too bad, but I'm going to keep it, what we have at the moment. That, I'm not even going to bother reading. This one, 4.5% chance to cause burning on a heat skill hit. Vulnerability on a bleeding skill hit. We gain physical resistance, suppression damage bonus for burning effects, which we do, and we gain some experience. The loss of loot quality is it's unfortunate, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll make it up. These two look very, very interesting. So we lose a range damage bonus, 11% damage bonus for single target skills, which is significant, and some extra experience. 11% damage for AoE, we don't do too much. Melee damage is pointless. Damage bonus for all skills when we're protected, which again is pretty much all the time. And 20 to loot quality, it's pretty good. Stun the attacker on dodge. Don't know if we can dodge. I'm sure someone will know. 5.8% range damage, a little bit more. 10% for AoE skills. 21% damage bonus for burning effects. Burning is the damage over time effect that's caused by a couple of our things. Unfortunately, both these, though this one is thinking about it, it's just not enough. When we hit a single target with the what do you call it, internal combustion, if that target is burning, we deal 1000% increased damage, and I believe that's actually enhanced up to 1100 at the moment. So further to that, we gain 11% plus a further 5.7%. I'm not sure what order that applies, but that is an extra 16.7% damage on top of that damage. It doesn't matter which way you apply it, it still hurts. So we're going to keep what we have. The loot quality, very interesting. It's unfortunate we're probably going to lose that on everything. However, we will level up faster now due to the 6.4 that we get from this. That does bring us to the end, just by virtue of how we got these things. We will salvage them. A few more blessed alloy. It's good. So many ancient mechanisms. I probably need to pick up as many blue items as I possibly can, just to try to get everything back. Fate will always be something that we don't have a lot of. In our storage, if you weren't aware, we have some intel, we have some psalms. There are a bunch of shards that we have. Could be good. This purity seal, yeah. Fortunately, that's probably going to be turned into a spark. And we haven't died yet, so we don't need that. Anyway, next time we will find a new sphere cogitator on deck B Umbra 11.